Hello, you're watching another review video, and this is going to be me talking about one of those lesser spoken about subjects, ale. You always get the wine tasting, don't you? But wine, meh, shmeh, shmeh. You know the way I see it, wine, it's either nice, horrid, or at first you think it's horrid, and then in the aftertaste you think, oh, that's quite nice. And that's pretty much all you could say about wine. However, ale, all the many complexities, and of course you still can't even judge an ale once you've tried an ale. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean you try it in the bottle and it's one thing, you try it on tap from one place and it tastes completely different again, you try it on tap from a different place and it tastes completely different again. You don't know what you're getting, and that is a challenge, a difficulty really in of itself. I mean, you can maybe hope to try and nail it with the bottle. So we're going to be looking at ales, uncovering, showing you, because for me, there's a great frustration when out shopping and you're going around your local supermarkets or whatever, even the bigger chains, the amount of ale that is on offer is really limited. Even if they've got 9, 12 brands, that's nothing. Now, let's take this first ale, for example. This one by the company Badger. You probably will have seen Badger in your shops, not the bottom bit, not this drink you wouldn't have. You would have seen Badger Tanglefoot, more than likely, or Badger Thirsty Ferret, spelled with an F, right? But what you probably don't see in your shop is Badger Hopping Hare. You see the delightful little hare on there that is hopping, and I think the idea of it being hopping, thrice hopped. Look at that, thrice hopped. Now that's the first great thing that you've just got to love about ale. It's got character, there's personality there, it comes with a silly little story. Everything about it, there's just something to love. There's a bottle top for all you Fallout fans, look at that. It's Countryside Ales, since 1777. And it's embossed into the bottle as well. Dorset Ales. And the little 1777 symbol there with a little badger on it. See, it's little details like this that is part of the delight of drinking. I don't think you can see it too well there. Pale looking golden coloured ale, almost like someone's just weeding the bottle right up to the top, but you'll have to take my word for it, nobody has. It really is, well, I'm saying that, I haven't opened it yet, we don't know. We'll read the little story on the back anyway. Hopping Hare is thrice hopped, with 3 types of hop used during the brewing process. Aromatic Goldings and Cascade combined to provide an uplifting citrus, grapefruit and floral aroma. Whilst First Gold carries the bitterness, that's another Badger one, we'll be reviewing that. The effect is a refreshing ale with a unique hoppy aroma and well-balanced bitterness that is bound to satisfy! Exclamation. It is a terrific match with roast lamb and spicy Thai dishes. Now you see, I do like a nice drink with a meal. That's the way to do it, isn't it? Yeah, off in a seaside pub and see what they've got on tap and get the ale in. It's so perfect as well because, you know, unlike the lagers, there isn't all those bubbles, all that carbonation to fill you up. So you can have it with your meal, enjoy it with your meal. All right, let's get this bad boy open and let's get hopping mad. Right, opener time. Ooh, well, you can hear the quality of, oh, straight away. It's a bit like smelling the cork, whereas here you can smell the bottle cap. Oh yes, bring us several bottles of that to the table. That will do quite nicely, garçon. Oh, now I'll say that Badger drinks are normally very strange, and I was expecting something unusual here. And it's that same kind of caramelly, it's very easy on the nose that you get when you open up a Thirsty Ferret, which in itself is a unique drink as well. I mean, you don't really find a lot of ales around like that. That's completely unusual. Right, we've drained this bad boy, and it's filled my pint glass perfectly. Little head on it there. Again, you know, it's like floral ice cream, the head on that, on the nose. So whoa, okay, that's different. I can understand here what they're saying by like it having a grapefruity quality, because you get the bitterness that you'd get there, but then there's a fruitiness about it. And I'm totally getting that. And the floral element as well. You know, like if you're in a meadow, that smell, but you get that flavour with the grapefruity element. That's weird. I'm eating a meadow while sucking a grapefruit and drinking some ale. Again, for Thirsty Ferret is really unusual, and it's quite light and sweet as an ale goes. But this, it's all right on the aftertaste. The bitterness sort of edges off and channels into a solid channel sort of taste that stays with you, and it's all right. But you know, in the upper palate as you're drinking, it doesn't really do it for me. It's a bit too floral, and the bitterness is more of, as we say, a grapefruit quality. Now, if that sounds nice to you, then Hopping Hare is one to check out, but I'm not going to rate it too high, I think. Again, you know, an aromatic drink like this, I can understand why they'd say with lamb, which is, you know, an equally aromatic sort of dish in its own way. I mean, it's arguably the most aromatic of all of the common meats that are eaten. On a final score here, I'm actually going to give this 1 pint out of 5. Unless, of course, maybe you were having it with a lamb meal, I'd give it a go then. It's certainly not a drink to try on its own, unless you're perhaps a little bit mad, perhaps hopping mad. At a time like that, going back on what I said at the beginning of the video, you might just want to be breaking out the red wine. I mean, that goes really nice with a meal too. But hey, there's other drinks, other opportunities, other times, and that was Hopping Hare by Badger. We'll come back to you with more Badger product as well, and other ales, I'm hoping. But until then, this has been Robert James Fremantle talking about ales.